Hello YouTube, this is Aaron from Let's Duel 14, and today I have my ban list discussion video. So starting things off is Future Fusion. Now this is the card that a lot of people have been saying are going to get hit. Well, either this or Five-Headed Dragon, but Five-Headed's getting a reprint soon in the new Legendary Collection. And at the source of the problem, it's Future Fusion. I mean, Future Fusion has all these OTKs in other decks, like Chimera Tech, Jinzo OTK, all that stuff. I mean, it's the only thing that makes Worms playable, so they'd take a hit for that. But when Chaos Dragons use it, it's just like, it's ridiculous. Because they just turn their whole graveyard into like their own personal playground. So this, it just has to go. With the new Dark Hero coming out, Zephyros bounce it back, do all kinds of crazy shenanigans, and I think it's just time for this card to die. Next up would be Card Destruction. Card Destruction. This card is ridiculous in Dark Worlds. Like, if they open with it, they just ruin your starting hand, and they just go crazy on you, throwing down Graphas, their Snows, their Brows, and then they just plus like a motherfucker. So this is just one of those things that has to go, because you sit there, and especially even late game, you go there and you play against your Dark World player, and then they just throw down Card Destruction, and you've been saving up like your Heavy Storm, your Reborn, your Dark Hole, waiting to use those, and all that's gone because you didn't want to play them and you wanted to just save them for the right time. And then at the same time, they'll drop their Graphas, destroy your cards. They'll use their Snow to grab their Gates or another Grapha, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Next card is Black Luster Soldier. Now, this card just has to go. It's ridiculously easy to drop in almost any deck you play. It can just be splashed into everything. If your deck runs the 3 Tour Guides and the Sangan and 3 Effect Veilers, which a lot of decks now are using, you can splash them into anything. And for such an easy summoning condition, with 3,000 attack, can swing twice or banish any of your cards, any of your monsters on the field. It's just ridiculous. It's just, yeah, I don't know why they brought him back. Just something like this is just not that healthy for the game. And he can be reborn, which is even worse. So that's it for all the cards I think are going to get banned. Only those 3. For cards coming back up to 1 from previously being banned, first I have the Dark Magician of Chaos. He's just replace him with the Black Luster Soldier. He's not that bad. He doesn't have as easy as a summoning condition. You get the spell card back, but really, it's not that big of a deal. He can't swing twice. He's 2,800. I mean, I guess the worst part would be the banishing cards it kills, but it's not that bad. Next up is, I actually watched Slim X Team Symmetry's video, and it got me thinking about bringing Sinister Serpent back, because he made really good points. Like, there's really no reason for this card to be banned. I mean, what, you're going to use Lightning Vortex? I mean, who uses Lightning Vortex anymore? It just makes those cards that are very underwhelming actually playable. And it comes back at during your standby phase, and what are you going to do with it besides those costs? Nothing. What are you going to do, summon it? I didn't think so. It's just 250 defense isn't going to stop any attacks. It won't stop a Sangan. So there's just no reason for it to be banned. I mean, hell, even just bring it back up to 3. No one's going to use it that much. I mean, maybe people will throw in 1 if they really want to use Lightning Vortexes. But there's really no point in having Sinister, like, banned. Next up is Drag Down to the Grave. I don't know why this card is still at 3. It's ridiculous. I mean, the only deck that abuses it now is Dark Worlds, and when they use it, it's devastating, because they look at your hand, pick and choose what they want to go up against, and then what they don't want to go up against, and then just discard it from your hand. You just discard your Reborn, your Heavy, your Dark Hole, your boss monsters. And then you look at their hand, and oh, you have to discard a Snow. They get a Search Off. You have to discard a Grapha. They get to pop one of your cards. And it's just ridiculous. So that has to go down to 1. I'm not saying ban it, but it'll just be a power card in Dark Worlds. But it's just too good to be at 3. Next up is Insector Dragonfly. This card's just ridiculous. I mean, it swarms the field like crazy, and right now Insectors are like top dog in the OCG because Rabbit doesn't have Dulka in the OCG, so this card just really needs to get hit, and it's so annoying to go up against in the TCG. I don't even imagine what it'd be like in the OCG when they're top dog in there, but yeah, this card's just too good. Next, for going up to 2, coming back up, is Black Whirlwind. I play Black Wings, I want this to come back up to 2. A lot of people don't want it to come back up to 2. I don't see why not. Like, what possibly... I mean, we're gonna... If MST and Heavy Storm stay at 3 and 1, there's no reason... You should not have a problem going up against 2 Black Whirlwinds. And when was the last time Black Wings even topped an event? Yeah, it's been a while. There's no reason for this card to be at 1. It's just... Give Black Wings some help. Come on. Next up is also Kaloot. And now, a lot of people are saying, oh, if you bring Kaloot back up, you have to bring Honest back up. No, you don't. Because Kaloot can only be used in Black Wings. Honest can be used in a lot of decks. Well, not like a lot, but a lot more. It's a lot more splashable than Kaloot. So there's really no need to bring Honest back up if you bring Kaloot back up. So, there's that. Next up is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I want this card not at 1. 1 would just... I don't know, it just would be too much, I think. Especially with Gustav Max coming out. Hyradix could use a way to get into that, even though I hate seeing them go into Gustav, because it's ridiculously annoying. But if it goes to 2, I think it'll be not fair, because this card is still broken as hell, but more fair. And with that going, and with Future Fusion going down, that should also hit Chaos Dragons enough to where it doesn't need to be at 1. And same thing with Light Pulsar going to 2. I mean, Light Pulsar, you get like locked in with the Red Eyes Darkness Metal and Light Pulsar. If you kill Light Pulsar, then it'll just come back next turn. If you kill Red Eyes, then whenever you get around to killing Pulsar, they'll just bring Red Eyes back. It's just ridiculous. Next up would be Wind-Up Carrier Zenmaity. Now, I've seen people saying ban Hunter. I was all with that a while ago, I'll admit. I thought banning Hunter would be like the best thing. But, I mean, really, if you bring Zenmaity and Wind-Up Rat to 2, then they really won't be able to loop you as much at all. They'll be able to take like, what, 2, maybe 4 cards from your hand, which is still a lot. Like, taking 4 cards, 2 or 4 cards from your hand is a lot, but it's not, like, ridiculously game-breaking from there. I mean, at least you're not going to be top-decking the entire time. And, stuff I forgot to put up on here. I forgot to bring up the wiki pages. I'm sorry, but I also think Rescue Rabbit needs to be at 2. I forgot to put that up. But Rescue Rabbit at 3 is ridiculous because it is a really, really good card. Just in anything. It has, like, its own archetype being brought out, and with Evil Swarms coming out, I think that's going to be a pretty good deck when they come out in the TCG, because they have that one card. I know they have their own vanilla, which 2 vanillas will bring out their, I think it was Ouroboros, I think? Evil Swarm Ouroboros? I'm not positive, but it's the one where you detach and then discard another Evil Swarm from your hand, and then you can, and then you take control of an opponent's monster permanently of your choosing. So, I think limiting the rabbit will just help more than like hitting Logia or Dulka. I mean, Logia might still go down to 2. I mean, I don't think it really needs it as long as it's not being abused as much by the rabbit. I mean, why hit Evols when it's rabbit that's abusing it? I mean, I just don't see why. So that was my discussion video. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that jazz. And this has been Aaron from Let's Duel 14, and talk to you later.